Hi there, welcome to our video on how to saddle a horse with a stock saddle. Today my beautiful horse Kataf, my little off the tracker, who's 21 years young, ladies and gentlemen, would you believe it? Doesn't look your age, doesn't look a day over 10 to be honest. Do you, Taffy? No. He's a little bit worried that he's going to be ridden. It's dinner time and he's beside himself that, oh my god, I'm about to be ridden. I'm sorry Kataf to do this to you and stir you up, but no. You're just the guinea pig today for our demonstration on how to put the stock saddle on, okay? Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, this is our stock saddle. What brand is it? This is a Marshall Poly stock saddle. This is one that I brought on Facebook Marketplace a few years ago, secondhand, when I was running my horse riding school, because it's got the pads up the front here to help people stay in the saddle a little bit easier compared to the English saddles without these front risers here. Firstly, we have our stirrups. They're all rung up. They're out of the way. They're not going to be swinging, clacking and clicking and clashing and hitting you or the horse in the legs. Our girth here, this one's a cotton rope or a nylon rope one. This is up over, see the saddle, so it's not going to fall in the dirt and get in the way. So I lift it up. These saddles are a lot heavier than the English, so make sure the flaps of the sides are up and open. And we hoist it up and on. Remember, when you put your saddle on, pull the front of that saddle cloth up into the gullet. Ooh, Taffy. Dreading today, Taffy. So now we're going to swing. Lots of different saddles are made differently and whatnot. Also, this should be done up on the other side. Anyways, we'll fix that. So, well, maybe this is how it works out. It's on the right side for right now. So we have our nice cotton nylon girth. It's only got the one girth buckle here, and on this saddle it only has the one strap for the buckle to go through, and at the moment it might be adjusted to Kataf, but we'll find out. And that's all that is there. And then we've got our stirrups here, and I have the metal safety stirrups. These are like my childhood stirrups with the bend here, so just in case for easy access to get out of the stirrup if you do get hung up and fall and your foot gets stuck. This should help you wriggle out much quicker than the normal standard stirrups. So that's that one there. Let me go to the other side and we'll do the girth up. So here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the stock saddle looks like when it's all done up. It is a very minimal, this sort of saddle is anyway. There's lots of other saddles. There's saddles. I grew up with a saddle, my dad's stock saddle. It was just a round ring where the girth buckle is, and then the part attached to the saddle, the I don't know what exactly it's called. I'll put a note down the bottom if I can find that on Google, but it was just a leather strap and you flipped the leather a certain pattern and that fixed it in place. There was no buckles involved whatsoever. Stock saddles can be really handy saddles for kids when they're learning to ride because of these pads here. They help you stay in the saddle more when you're learning, you're bouncing and all that jazz. But again, it all comes down to each personal preference when it comes to choosing your stock saddle. This is a stock saddle. I will put on whatever side fits the picture, a picture of a swinging fender, and I come prepared today, ladies and gentlemen. I've got some notes. A stock saddle is a traditional saddle, while a swinging fender saddle is a stock saddle with swinging fender attachments, so attached to the tree. The swinging fender allows for more leg movement and comfort. Honestly, each to their own. I personally prefer a stock saddle. I grew up on stock saddles, ridden in a swinging fender a few times at Sedan Dip Pony Club, our once a year pony club when we lived on the cattle station, and I found it quite scary. I found it like riding in a swinging fender. I thought if the horse goes down, I'm completely going down with it. Whereas in a stock saddle, I feel like I can just abandon, throw my legs out of stirrups real quick if something bad's happening and I've got to jump off and get out of the way real quick. Not that that happens often, but personally, like the swinging fender, just the way that the stirrup leathers and whatnot wrap around your leg, like you're secure, you ain't going nowhere. So that is the difference between this saddle and the other Western saddles. And again, there are so many more other Western saddles out there. There's Western saddles with the horn up here for roping and whatnot, and the barrel racers like to hang on to it and stuff like that. So this isn't the be all and end all, this isn't the only stock saddle on the market, but this is just your normal run-of-the-mill everyday use working saddle. So the Australian Cattleman Stockman, not too sure about the rest of the world, I don't know about America, but this is our work saddle when we're out chasing cattle. And then obviously the swinging fenders got invented and, you know, introduced to the scene, but this was the traditional saddle that people would use when they were mustering cattle back in the day. Okay, thank you very much, Kitaf. I really appreciate your patience and teammanship working with me. So here we have the seat, the gullet here, these notches, that's where you attach a breastplate, and you'd tie on your water bag or your sandwiches in here. Your saddle bag would be attached here. This is our stirrups. This is the safety stirrup I was talking about earlier. Here's the two flaps. This leather here is this numbered one here. Let's lift that up. There we go. That's the girth strap with girth attached to it, and that's a girth. Bada boom. So that's how. What do you reckon, Guitar? Pretty snazzy, hey? You work in your model angles real good, buddy. Thank you. Thank you to the Big Sky Guy for asking this question on my YouTube channel 5 months ago, but better late than never. Here is the answer on how to saddle up your horse with the Australian stock saddle. So I hope that was handy and informative and learned a bit, and you got to see what a stock saddle looked like. So now let's take it off. This is what it looks like when you take off the stock saddle. So when you're done with your saddle, you run your stirrup girths up. Stirrup girths. Take two. So then, every saddle's different, obviously. The stirrup leather is going to be different on each saddle, but for this saddle's sake, we run our stirrups up on the stirrup leathers, fold that in so they're nice and secure up high on the horse's saddle. Now we're just going to lift that, move the girth, tuck that in on the other side. Okay, and now take off the saddle. And bada bing, bada boom. That is saddling up and using a stock saddle. So I hope that was helpful. Got any other questions? Want to see any other demonstrations or tutorials? Don't be shy. Don't hesitate to ask in the comment section down below. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Thanks, Guitar.